welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie.the.cosmic.sailor, and today we are getting messages from your unconscious mind. So we have 4 groups to choose from today. Whichever group you feel drawn to the most, that's most likely your reading. If you feel drawn to more than one group, that's totally okay. It just means there's more than one message for you here today. So pile number 1 is this stack of cards with the selenite. Pile number 2 is this stack of cards with the snowflake obsidian pieces. Pile number 3 is this stack of cards with the black kyanite. Pile number 4 is this stack of cards with the acorn. So feel free to pause the video and meditate on the piles. I will have the timestamps linked in the description box below, that way you can click straight to your reading, and I will see you in your groups. Bye! Hello, if you chose pile number 1 with the selenite, this is your reading. We are going to get messages from your unconscious mind. We're going to start with an energy check, that way you can see if this is your pile. If the energy check doesn't resonate, you can always choose another pile. And then we're going to get messages from your unconscious mind using the oracle cards and the tarot cards, which I'll shuffle out on screen. And then we are going to end with some advice and guidance and a self-love card for you. So that's the reading. Let's go ahead and start with your energy check. I do want to say the first thing that I was feeling when connecting with your group's energy was almost like a blind spot or a dark spot, something that you're not seeing. And this is in your unconscious mind, and I feel like it may pop up through maybe feelings that you get when you feel triggered by things that other people are saying. And your spirit guides were telling me that this is something within, but you may feel in the moment that this may be a problem that somebody else has or an issue that you're having with somebody else. I feel like this has to do with like relationship, specifically the people closest to you is what your spirit guides were saying. But we're going to go ahead and look at your energy check, your current energy. So we have the moth. Interesting. And then we have the slave. So it says, light attribute, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Shadow attribute, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Really interesting. So what's coming through as your current energy is this feeling of grasping, this feeling of trying to reach towards something is what I'm also seeing. And almost this feeling of like something that you're trying to manifest or something that you're trying to get is almost just out of reach. It's like you're almost there, but it's just out of reach. Really interesting. And I feel like this, and maybe that's why that was coming up in the energy check of like a blind spot or something that you're not seeing. There may be some inner work that you may be needing to do is something that's coming through, specifically when it comes to your willpower and your power of choice. Your spirit guides are saying everything that you see on the external is something that you manifested based on your internal. So your spirit guides are really wanting you to look at your internal as something that's already coming through. But the moth energy is always going to the light, going to it's like looking for validation or looking for a sense of peace outside of themselves is something that's also coming through in your current energy. Really interesting. The moth. Yeah, so if you currently feel like you're trying to manifest something and it's like you can't quite reach it, or it's like right when you're about to manifest something, or right when you feel like you've had it or you've got what you've wanted, it's like just out of reach and it kind of like dissolves. This is the current energy that I'm feeling for you. And you may actually feel at the present moment that it's like the divine or the universe is like putting obstacles or blocks in your way is something that's also coming through. And I just heard a ding for confirmation. I feel like it's not necessarily the divine or outer circumstances that are blocking you, but it has something to do with internally. And this may come from like not feeling worthy enough, or not feeling good enough, or not feeling like you deserve the best is something that's coming through. Interesting. So that was your energy check. If that resonates, we're going to go ahead and get into messages from your unconscious mind. If that doesn't resonate, feel free to pick another pile. Let's go ahead and see messages from your unconscious mind. I'm going to move this up a little bit. So we have potion. Remember to practice self-love with the number 24. So you may be seeing 2424 as a repeating number. Okay, we have the word Lord. Communication, praise, dishonesty, number 43. Interesting, dishonesty. So actually something that I'm feeling, it may be like you may be trying to reach for things or get things because you feel like it will give you this feeling of love, or it will give you this feeling of success. But your spirit guides, it's almost like there's something in your unconscious mind that's not wanting to manifest this because you may not be being honest with what it is that you actually want, is what's coming through. And that's why I feel like you may have some sort of limiting belief that you're not good enough or that you're not worthy enough, because your unconscious mind is what is running your life most of the time. And we can reprogram our unconscious minds, but they are mainly programmed from ages 0 to 7. So if from a young age your parents told you that you weren't good enough, or that you asked for too much, or that you wanted too much, and I just heard a ding for confirmation, this may be your base running program that you're running on. So you may need to do some work on practicing affirmations, practicing self-love, and telling yourself that you are worthy to get whatever it is you want, and really getting honest about what it is you actually want. Really interesting. I feel like this has to do with going to the root of the problem. So if you are wanting love, showing yourself that love. If you are wanting a feeling of success, allowing yourself to feel what it feels like to be successful. I feel like practicing gratitude would also be very helpful for you as well. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. Okay. It says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive the sphere through the eyes of the teacher of love. And again, we have more gratitude. So I feel like a daily gratitude practice would be very helpful for you. And also, I'm feeling, when you feel this feeling of like, I'm not worthy, or I can't have this, or the universe is stopping me from having this, really practicing in those moments gratitude. So when you're feeling this fear come up, or you're feeling this lack come up, really reminding yourself everything in your life that you have to be grateful for. And it's interesting, we have the word Lord here, because I feel like this goes back to self-talk. How you talk to yourself matters, your spirit guides are saying. Let's see what else we have. So we have fertile with a kiwi dragon. I just saw 1717 on the clock timer. And then we have serenity. Value quiet days with only the rustling leaves breaking the silence. Serenity. And I'm thinking of the serenity prayer, which is like, God grant me how does it go? God grant me the peace to accept the things I can't change. Courage to change the things I can. Oh, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I can't change. Courage to change the things I can. And the wisdom to know the difference. Really interesting. And your spirit guides are showing me a circle with like everything that's going on the inside is what you can control. So everything that goes on within your body, you can control. You can control how you talk to yourself. You can control how you feel about yourself. You can control how you nourish yourself, how you take care of yourself. You can't control how other people perceive you. You can't control if other people accept you or not. You can't control really anything that has to do on the outside is what they're showing me. So I feel like your spirit guides are saying really focusing on what you can control is where your power lies. And also I feel like with serenity here, I feel like your unconscious mind is really wanting you to witness it more, and you can witness it through meditation, through quiet contemplation, sitting in silence, and allowing the thoughts to come up naturally, witnessing them, and then letting them go is something that's coming through. Really interesting, fertile. And your spirit guides with the fertile card, they're showing me what you sow, you will reap. What you reap, what you sow. You reap what you sow. So it's like the seeds that you plant is what will grow. So if you are constantly planting in your mind that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy enough, that you have to go outside of yourself to feel this feeling of validation or feel this feeling of success, that is what you will manifest. And so it's really interesting with the fertile card. Your spirit guides are wanting you to get to the root of the problem that you're experiencing in your life, especially when it comes to self-worth and willpower. It's really interesting. You may be giving your power away is something that's also coming through. So I feel like your unconscious mind really is telling you to practice self-love, practice self-care. I feel like doing some sort of ritual. You guys may resonate with being a witch, maybe using the new moon and the full moon to make some water, moon water, and using that water in your rituals, or you can use herbs, crystals, candles for self-love. I'm also seeing like a beauty ritual for you guys. Maybe like doing a face mask or soaking in a bath or soaking in some Epsom salt or something I feel like would be very helpful for you as well. What is your unconscious mind trying to tell you? Really interesting. They're also saying that what it is that you need to work on, you don't really have to go out and look for it. What do I need to work on? What are my limiting beliefs? It's like they will come to you in the moment that they need to be released, is what your spirit guides are saying. So this could come through in a moment when you feel triggered, in a moment when you feel lack, a moment when you feel frustration, when you feel these like lower frequency energies coming to you, or you have these like more negative thoughts, that's whenever it's time to release them, is what your spirit guides are saying. It's interesting too, it's like I'm also seeing you maybe surrounded by people and maybe feel alone is something that's also coming through. In these moments when you feel alone, this is the time and that's important for you to release these thoughts. So really looking and saying, you know, if you have this feeling I'm alone or nobody likes me or something like this come up, this is the time to really say, no, that's not true. I have the power to control what I think about myself. I have the power to control what I feel about myself and release it, let it go, is what's really coming through. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards. Really interesting, and it's interesting that it says through the eyes of the teacher of love. So I feel like your spirit guides, your unconscious mind is really asking you to look at maybe these triggers or this fear as a teacher of some sort. What is this fear trying to teach me? What lesson am I learning through this fear? And I really feel like the core lesson that you're learning is self-love, self-respect, self-esteem, building yourself up. Because I do feel like maybe in childhood you may have had authority figures or parental figures who didn't build themselves up, so they may have projected this onto you, and it may have, because they don't know how to build themselves up, they don't know how to build others up. And so now I feel like your work, your practice really is built upon learning and relearning to build yourself up. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards. I also feel like maybe doing a meditation, a guided meditation of releasing limiting beliefs would be very powerful for you as well. Spirit guides of love and light. What is pile number 1's unconscious mind trying to tell them. This Pyle number one's unconscious mind trying to tell them. Okay, so you guys have 3 cards. A lot of pentacles. They're all actually pentacle cards. So pentacles have to do with the physical world, the material world, the things you can see, the things you can manifest, which is really interesting that that's coming through, because that's what I was picking up. You may be trying to manifest something or bring something to you, and it may feel like you're not quite getting it, or as soon as it comes, it dissolves and goes away. So you're very close, actually. You have the 6 of Pentacles, which is all about what you give, you receive. What you give, you receive. Really interesting. So you guys may actually be giving from a place of lack, or giving from a place of feeling like something is owed to you. But your spirit guides are, it's interesting. They're showing me it's like you may give something and expect something exactly the same to come back to you. So I'm seeing, for example, this idea of gift giving a gift to somebody. So this could be like a physical present. We'll just say like a blanket. I'm giving somebody a blanket, and you're expecting somebody else to give you a blanket in return, but that's not how giving and receiving works. It's like you give the blanket, but you receive this feeling of warmth, this feeling of comfort, knowing that you helped somebody. And that's what giving and receiving is. It may not be exactly equal in terms of I give a blanket, I get a blanket, or I give a candle, I get a candle. It's like you give and you receive a feeling of equal value, or you receive, you could receive an idea, you could receive a thought, you could receive a connection. Let's see what else we have. We have the 2 of Pentacles, balance, and then we have the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. So pile number 1. What is your unconscious mind trying to tell you? I feel like your unconscious mind is trying to tell you that there is abundance all around at all times. This idea of lack, this idea of mine versus yours is an illusion. And when your foundation is knowing that abundance is all around, this is what you will see in your outer reality. And also, I feel like the universe may be trying to give you something, but you may be rejecting it or not recognizing it for what it is, because you have an idea or an expectation of what it is I'm supposed to receive. Which is really interesting. What is pile number 1's unconscious mind? Your spirit guides are saying cause and effect, which is really interesting. Cause and effect. I feel like you may have a limiting belief because I did this for somebody, and I feel like this has to go around expectation as well. Expecting others to do things, or expecting other people to react in a certain way. And this goes back to what you can control and what you can't control. You can't control how other people react. You can't control what other people do or say. You can control your own energy, how you react, how you see things, how you feel about yourself. And your spirit guides really want you to know that you are abundant, you are beautiful, you are amazing. And I feel like these type of affirmations would be very powerful for you. I am amazing, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am powerful. I claim my power in every moment. Because we have the word Lord here, I feel like one of your main love languages may actually be words of affirmation. And actually, I feel like if that's not your love language, that's okay. But showing yourself love in your love language, I feel like will be very powerful for you. Your spirit guides are saying, and I think this is like something people have studied as well, like the love language, that your main love language is something that you weren't given in childhood. And that's why most men's love language is physical touch, because a lot of their moms or a lot of their parents didn't really physically touch them and show them love through touch. And so whatever your main love language is maybe something that you lacked in childhood. So showing yourself love through this will be very powerful for you and be very healing for you as well. Knowing that there's enough to go around. And it's interesting because in the Four of Pentacles, it's like this person is tightly grasping onto these coins. And in the traditional Four of Pentacles, they're not in poverty. They have a lot of wealth, they're pretty set up, but they could be going further, they could be getting more. But because they have this limitation that if I let go of these things, I will lose them, it's like you have to give in order to receive. Your spirit guides are also telling me, I saw this TikTok of this girl who was talking about money and how to have a growth mindset, how to have an abundance mindset when it comes to money. It's like when you spend money, you're not losing money, you're actually gaining whatever it is that you bought. So if you spend money to buy a candle, you're not actually losing money, but you're gaining a candle. It's like this law of equivalent exchange. And that's why I feel like you maybe, have this expectation, if I spend this or if I give this, I need this exact thing that I gave away to come back to me. And your spirit guides are saying that's not how it works, because everything is energy and it's based off of the energy. That's why money is like energy. When you give money, if you're buying a candle, you give the money to buy the candle, you receive the candle. So you're still receiving something. You're not losing anything. Interesting that your spirit guides are saying that. So we're going to go ahead and get your self-love card, and then we'll end with advice and guidance from your spirit guides. So your self-love is something that you can do to show yourself self-love. And I love that you guys got messages from your unconscious mind, practice self-love. So I feel like this will be very valuable. Spirit guides of love and light. Higher self of pile number 1. What is something that pile number 1 can do to show themselves self-love? So we have make a vision board number 33. So you guys could be seeing 333 as a confirmation as well. So make a vision board as an act of self-love. I feel like you guys really are trying to manifest something, and I feel like when you make a vision board, it really does help you bring those things into fruition, because you can really focus your energy on what it is that you really want. And your vision board doesn't just have to be physical things that you want. It could be goals that you have for yourself. It could be positive affirmations. Right here we have, I am healthy, I believe in me, listen to your heart. So it doesn't have to be just actual things like a house, a car, this new pair of shoes. It can, but it doesn't have to be. It can be feelings that you want to create, things that you want to see in life, the beauty. The beauty. So let's go ahead and get your advice and guidance. And I'm actually going to read this card out of the book. So we will be taking upright and reversal for this card. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 1? Your spirit guides are saying it's okay to slow down. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, so we have giraffe, number 29, which also reduces to 2. And I just saw 2222 on the clock timer. So you may be seeing 222, 333, 2424 as synchronicities. Let's go ahead and read this card for you. Number 29. Okay. So it says, giraffes stretch upward to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When giraffe spirit appears, it is assigned to observe from a higher view. In all aspects of your life, it's time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view. Open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing and see the big picture you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances. So stretch yourself. Look beyond what catches your attention at eye level and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. Okay. That's all I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of our Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I will see you later. Bye. Hello! If you chose the Snowflake Obsidian pieces, this is your reading. We are getting messages from your unconscious mind. We're going to start with an energy check. That way, if the energy check isn't resonating, you can always choose another pile. And then we're going to get messages from your subconscious or your unconscious mind using the oracle cards and the tarot cards. And then we're going to end with some self-care and some advice and guidance from your spirit guides. I just saw 3-3 on the clock timer. And I do want to say, when I was connecting with your group's energy, I did feel like you guys may be more perfectionistic or more organized. Type A is something that was also coming through. But I do feel like you guys are very psychic and very connected to animals, very connected to the unseen realms as well, is something that I was feeling. It was really interesting because whenever I was opening up to your group's energy, I actually turned around and I saw two of my dogs. I actually have 3, but 2 of them were just standing in the hallway, and they were just staring at each other, and then they stared at me, and then it was kind of like a weird interaction that we all shared. So I feel like you guys may have the ability to communicate with animals, is something that I'm also feeling. And I feel like you guys may have this energy around you where people just want to open up to you. People want to share things with you. You guys are really good listeners, is something that I'm feeling. Let's go ahead and look at your current energy. So we have the Lizard and we have Seeker. This makes a lot of sense. Light attributes: thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Shadow attribute: inability to commit to a path once found. And the Lizard is all about the 6th sense, being psychic, being able to see the unseen. You guys actually may be spiritual seekers, is something that I'm seeing as well. And just in your current energy, you may be looking for something. This could have to do with knowledge. This could have to do with certain spiritual insights. This could have to do with a certain way of living as well. I'm also feeling like you guys may actually be reading a lot about different religions as well, and different spiritual practices as well. You guys may actually have a current spiritual practice that you do every day. I'm seeing oracle cards, so you may pull an oracle card a day, something that I'm also seeing in your current energy. I feel like you guys have this strong yellow, orange, red in your aura as well, is something that I'm seeing. So if that resonates as your current energy, we are going to go ahead and look at your oracle cards, messages from your unconscious mind. What is your unconscious mind trying to tell you? So we have number 16, stand up for yourself. Fire, and I just saw 3, 2, 1 on the clock timer, so I feel like you guys see a lot of synchronicities, a lot of number synchronicities. You may see 7, 7, 7 as well. 3, 3, 3 is something that I feel strong for this group as well. We have the cosmos, creativity, and vastness. I also feel like you guys may be Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. We have, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. We have Peapod Dragon, organize. with the snail energy here. And then we have forgiveness. A crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. Pile number 2. Organize. So you may actually, I feel like you guys may have Virgo North Node is something that I'm feeling as well. Or you may just feel like in order to feel steady or solid and ground, you need to have a morning routine, a night routine, or just a way to organize things. I feel like your unconscious mind may be telling you that you need to get more organized. It's something that I'm also feeling. And I feel this strong balance between organization and trusting that things will work out. So you guys may feel more comfortable or more safe when you have things organized. So if you have an organized house or if you have a planner. If not, I feel like if you feel uncomfortable or you feel like off is something that's coming through, you may need to organize. Your spirit guides keep drawing me back to this organization is key. When things are organized on the outside, it also allows you to be able to organize on the inside and feel a sense of stability on the inside. What else am I seeing? I feel like your spirit guides, your unconscious mind really is calling you to really focus on the present moment and bring your energy and your power into the present moment. Because you have a lot of creative energy, because you are very psychic, you may tend to focus a lot on the future. And I feel like if you struggle with anxiety, I feel like this is where it comes from. Focusing too much on the future, feeling like you can control the way things will happen. And I feel like your spirit guides are maybe saying to forgive yourself for this. You can't control what happens in the future. You can't control things that happen. It's funny, they're saying you can't control things that happen outside of your control. And this is kind of something that was coming up in pile number 1 as well. To really know what is in your power and what is not. So, for example, you can control your thoughts, you can control your feelings, you can control how you speak to yourself, you can control how you take care of yourself. You can't control how other people perceive you. You can't control certain obstacles that you come up to in the outer world. Is something that's really coming through. Let's see. What else am I seeing? Messages from your unconscious mind. Stand up for yourself. Pile number 2. So I feel like you guys, because you have this more, if you don't have Pisces in your chart, I'm feeling like this strong water energy. I feel like you may tend to get walked over. You may tend to get taken advantage of. And your spirit guides are saying you cannot control how other people treat you, but you can control if you stand up for yourself or if you choose to walk away. And also I'm feeling like there's certain things that you don't have to fight for. You may have people around you who may use you or take advantage of you is something that I'm feeling, and you can choose to continually interact with these people. You can choose to stand up for yourself and say, I'm not willing to accept this, or you can choose to walk away. It's really up to you. And I also feel this strong message, if you do walk away from people, your spirit guides are really wanting you to trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. I feel like your unconscious mind really is revolving around this energy of trust. Trust that there are forces out there that you cannot control. Trust that there is a higher power, a higher intelligence in the universe, the divine God, whatever you want to call it, that is orchestrating and organizing things. Really interesting. And it's interesting that on this card it says, A crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. It's almost like your unconscious mind is saying that even when things don't work out in your favor, even when things don't happen as you expect them to or as you thought they should, beautiful things can still come of this. Amazing things can still happen. And I feel like your unconscious mind really is asking you to shift your energy, to shift your focus to the idea that everything is happening exactly as it should. And here, spirit guides, there's a song called Lucky Girl by Fraser Days. They're singing that song. It's like, I'm a lucky girl, I'm a lucky, lucky girl, I'm a lucky girl, I'm a lucky, lucky girl, 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 girl. And so I feel like your spirit guides, your unconscious mind is really asking you to shift your perspective to one of believing that everything is happening exactly as it should. And they're also saying it's okay to have this energy around you where you want to organize things, where you want to set up things in a stable, strong, solid way. And that's part of the things that you can control. But there are things that you can't control, and you need to release this idea that you can control them, because there may be this energy of friction or this energy of resistance is something that I'm also feeling. I feel like you guys actually may hold tension in your shoulders as well, or in your jaw is something that I'm feeling. And I feel like this is the unconscious, like, fear of control or fear of losing control manifesting in your body is something that I'm feeling as well. And I actually feel really called to read this card out of the book. The Creativity card, the Cosmos, number 41. So it says, the cosmos appears always as an ally and never as a challenger. And it's interesting that that's coming through, because your spirit guides are really wanting you to focus on the idea that everything is happening for you. There is no such thing as enemies. There's only friends. There's only teachers in your life. Creativity in all forms is represented by the cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Remember that all of life is creative, and you're always co-creating with the divine. Co-creating with the divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity and the vastness of the energetic exchange of consciousness influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention we set is in fact contagious with the power to influence others. We're entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others, from an individual level to a global one. This is a sign to remind you to open up to the well of creativity deep within, and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. Most important, keep taking action towards your goals, as the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny. Expect to be inspired and to meaningfully touch others with all that you create. Yeah, so honestly, I feel like something that I was feeling as well in the very beginning, it's like you guys may have actually done a lot of work on your subconscious mind. So you may be very aware of the patterns that you have, the patterns that were programmed in you from a very young age, but your unconscious mind is what we're connecting to here. And this is a very dark place. Not a lot of people are aware of our unconscious mind, and our unconscious mind is usually the things that we repress. And we can see our unconscious mind reflected in the things that we don't like about other people, or the things that we feel like other people lack, or we feel we don't like. We feel like if other people did this, their lives would be better. So I feel like it's this energy of chaos and creativity that's coming through with your Pyle, which may be something that you feel pulled between. Feeling the need to organize and order is okay, your spirit guides are saying, but also knowing that chaos is order, and there's things outside of our control. And because of this, we have to trust in others, we have to trust in ourselves, we have to trust in the universe, trust that everything is working out exactly as it should. And you can stand up for yourself. This doesn't mean that because we can't control how other people act or react, we can't say something if they're doing something that hurts us, or we can't stand up for ourselves if they're trying to manipulate us or guilt trip us or anything like this. And because you guys are very psychic, you may actually pick up on other people's intentions as well, is something that I'm feeling. But you're meant to use this in a way that empowers you. So I am feeling the strong energy of an empowered empath, working toward becoming an empowered empath with this pile as well. Really interesting. I feel like you guys could actually be alchemists as well, turning negativity into positivity. I feel like you have this ability inherent within you, and your unconscious mind may be trying to show this to you, that you can shape certain things that are thrown to you. It's like if somebody's throwing negativity at you, you can spin it in positive ways. Your spirit guides are also saying cognitive behavioral therapy. So you guys may be in therapy, and this may be the type of technique that your therapist used, or you can use this idea on yourself. Cognitive behavioral therapy, it's like changing things in your mind. It's interesting. It's like it's like when you hear something that you may not resonate with or may feel more negative, you can change it to have a positive spin on it. So for example, say you are in a room with friends and it's kind of quiet, and all of a sudden one friend is like, okay, I'm going to leave, and then they leave. And then your mind automatically says, oh, it was too quiet, I was being awkward, my friend doesn't like me, my friend doesn't want to be around me. And then you can spin that and say, well, actually, maybe my friend just had to be somewhere. Maybe they were thinking about things. Maybe they had things going on in their life. It's not always about people not liking me, or, does this make sense? I hope this makes sense, what I'm saying. We're going to go ahead and look at your tarot cards. I just saw 1616 on the clock timer. We have 16 here as well, so you may be seeing 1616 as a repeating number. Spirit guides of love and light. What is pile number 2's unconscious mind trying to tell them? A lot of cards. Okay. So we're only going to take these in the upright. You guys actually got a lot of cards. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel like your spirit guides are really asking you to be aware of your thoughts, because your thoughts create your beliefs, and your beliefs create your reality. And when you can be aware of what it is that you're thinking, you have the power to change it. We have the Star. We have the Queen of Swords. Again, this image of this bird over here. I'm just feeling like you guys have a really clear connection to spirit. Clear communication with your spirit guides. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles. It's a practice. Your spirit guides are saying it's a practice of noticing your thoughts. It's a practice of being able to change your thoughts. I'm going to stagger these. We have the Tower. I'm also noticing a lot of imagery of a mask. A mask. The mask has to do with the ego. Interesting. Let's go ahead and lay out the rest of your cards. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Cups. Your spirit guides are saying fill your cup so that you can empty it. So I feel like self-love is also something that's very important for this pile as well. Allowing yourself to nurture and nourish yourself so that way you can show up in a better way for other people as well. And that's why I feel like your spirit guides are saying, don't dismiss this quality that you have or this love that you have to organize things, to make things orderly. That's not a negative trait, your spirit guides are saying. Wanting to perfect things isn't a negative trait, but it can be whenever you go too far into it and you try to control things that you can't control or things that you're not supposed to control, like the universe. Let's see what else I'm seeing. And I also feel this strong message that there may be certain things in your life that are meant to fall away. And if you view them in a negative way or a way of trying to grasp or hold on to them, then it can create tension in the body and this feeling of holding on. I feel like your spirit guides, your unconscious mind really is saying that it's okay to let go. It's okay to trust that other people are going to show up. It's okay to trust that the universe is working for you. And it's also okay to work toward your goals. It's okay to have an idea of something that you want to create or bring into this reality and take steps towards it. Because you guys have this strong dreamer energy and this strong creative energy, I feel like this may be something that you may struggle with. And your spirit guides are saying it's okay to set goals. Setting goals is not the problem. The problem is trying to control how other people perceive you. Your spirit guides are also saying keep showing up for yourself, and you will see the results come in. And if they're not the results that you expect, release that. Because you have the Knight of Pentacles here as well. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. This is about goal setting. Having an idea and working toward it. Or having something you want to create or bring into this reality, having a manifestation, and taking steps to achieve it. Really interesting. See what else I'm seeing. I feel like you guys may tend to be really critical of yourself and others, is something that's also coming up that your unconscious mind may be trying to tell you. To release criticism, release expectation. And your spirit guides are also saying you can choose what you create, but you can't choose how other people perceive it. So it's like, it's okay to create things, it's okay to make things, it's okay to work toward things. But if other people don't receive it how you want them to receive it, let that go. They will receive it how they're meant to receive it. I just saw 22:11 on the clock timer. Let me see what else I'm seeing. I feel like this is supposed to be a very healing process for you as well. Trusting. And I feel like the more you trust, the more relaxed you will become as well, is something that your spirit guides are saying. Relax. Relax. It's okay. Everything is happening exactly as it should. Even if things, and our ego can do this. It may see, our ego tends to focus on the negative, or tends to judge, or tends to feel like this should happen exactly how it should. And it's your spirit guide, your unconscious mind is asking you to witness this and then let it go. And I feel like this is a perfect statement for you guys. Messages from your unconscious mind. A crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. So even if things don't happen exactly as you think they should, forgive, let go. And know that everything is happening exactly as it should. We're going to go ahead and get a self-love card for you. Can we please get a self-love card for pile number 2? Something that pile number 2 can do to show themselves self-love. Oh, really weird. What is this? Oh, this was the card from pile number 1. I guess it didn't get put back in the right deck. See the bigger picture? That may be a message for some of you. I'll put that back over there. See, and I feel like it's almost like your spirit guides are saying, things may not be perfect, or things may not work out how you think that they should, but it's okay. It's okay. Can we please get a self-love card for pile number 1? So you guys actually got 2. Energy work and aromatherapy. So maybe looking more into these, maybe doing like some sort of chakra alignment practice. They have chakra alignment guided meditations on YouTube that you can watch. Maybe getting into aromatherapy. I know certain scents can create certain feelings, so lavender is something that's really good for relaxation. Citrus is something that's really good for energizing. Whatever feeling you want to create, maybe using smell and aromatherapy would be very helpful for you. And then we're going to go ahead and end with some advice and guidance from your spirit guides. Let me just shuffle these really quickly. I also feel like your spirit guides are saying release worry. Release anxiety, release worry. Spirit guides of love and light. Can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 2? I am feeling this feeling like your mind may try to predict things for the worst is something that's coming through. Or try to predict bad things. Because you guys are very psychic, I feel like you may have encountered this where you thought something was going to happen and then it did. Or maybe something you're trying to predict if something bad will happen so you can avoid that. Your spirit guides are saying trust. Your unconscious mind is saying trust. Trust the universe, trust yourself. I feel like I trust would be a very powerful affirmation for you guys. Can you please get advice and guidance for pile number 2? Wow. I love that, guys. You guys have spirit around you heavily. Your spirit guides are always around you. You have trust the great mystery. It did come out in reverse, number 65, so I'm going to read it like that out of the book. That's amazing. I love that. Trust. Trust, trust, trust. Even when you can't see what's going to happen, even when you don't know, even when your mind is filled with doubt, trust. So this says, certainty is not offered to you right now. You are being asked to trust the process of co-creation. Well, Spirit reminds you that your primary reality is not that of the material world, but that of the realm of spirit, from which the essence of your dreams and desires take shape before arriving as a specific form. You must trust absolutely that what will come will be for the highest good. Stay in your present moment awareness and allow the hidden realms to hold your intentions safely until it is time for them to manifest in the realm of form. Let go, for you will not be left behind. Some things take longer than others to arrive. And I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello! If you chose pile number 3 with the black kyanite, this is your reading. Messages from your unconscious mind, messages from the unconscious. So we're going to start with doing an energy check-in. That way you can see if this is your pile. If the energy check-in isn't resonating, you can always pick another group. And then once we do the energy check-in, we'll get into the oracle cards and the tarot cards, messages from your unconscious mind, and then we'll end with some self-love and some advice and guidance from your spirit guides. So the first thing that I actually want to say when I was connecting with your group's energy was your spirit guides were saying diamond in the rough. They were also saying freedom. So this may be a theme in your life, freedom or liberation, and also perfecting some sort of craft or practice makes perfect, really working toward becoming something or creating something is the energy that I was feeling. Let's go ahead and look at your energy check. So you guys have the Nightingale and Student. So the Student card says humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning, shadow attributes, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Interesting. So the Nightingale coming up in your current energy, this is a very strong throat chakra card. So you may have a very powerful voice is something that's coming through. It's like when you speak, people listen. Or you may notice that people really want to hear the things that you have to say at this present moment. You may also be in the energy of the student, so you could be in school right now, that you could be in university, or learning something, some sort of craft is something that I'm also seeing. And I'm also feeling this energy of public speaking. You may be in like a public speaking class, or you may public speak as your job. So your voice may be heard amongst a lot of people is something that I'm seeing. You may come across a lot of people in your everyday life is something that I'm also feeling. And I feel like in your present energy as well, your voice is very influential. I feel like you have the power in your voice right now. It's like the things you say, people want to listen. It's like just speaking, just the essence of your voice draws people in is something that's coming through. You may also be really into learning new music, or maybe learning an instrument or discovering new music is something that I'm also feeling in your current energy. Let's see what else I'm seeing. I also feel like because you have this very influential voice right now, you may only really speak whenever it's necessary is something that's coming through. You may value quiet days or spend time in nature, just kind of listening. Really interesting. So that's your current energy. If that resonates, we're going to go ahead and look at the messages from your unconscious mind using the oracle cards, and then we'll get into the tarot. Let's see. You guys have Phoenix, number 9. How's that for happily ever after? And then in this book it says once upon a time. We have the Eyes of Beauty, positive expectations, clarity with a number 25. Pile number 2, or I'm sorry, pile number 3. You may have felt drawn to pile number 2. I feel like you guys are in this like transitionary phase is something that I'm feeling. Specifically with the student coming out in your current energy, you guys may be transitioning from being a student to being a teacher, from one of learning things to sharing the things that you learn. Let's see what else we have. So this card says, the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Interesting. And I just saw 444 on the clock timer, and this get to work is really sticking out to me. There may be things that you feel called to share at this present moment, or there may be something that you feel called to create, or that your unconscious mind has been urging you to create or do or say is something that's coming through. And also with the work and the Phoenix card, I feel like your unconscious mind may be telling you to that it's time for you to change careers is something that's also coming through, or you may be in the process of changing careers. And then we have Pineapple Dragon, Hospitality. And we have Wallflower. Look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out. Interesting. I feel this strong energy of change around you. Look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out. Really interesting. I'm getting such this strong energy that your unconscious mind may be telling you that it's time for you to shift careers into following your passion, following your purpose is something that I'm seeing. I feel like you guys may have a job that you've done for quite a while, or you may be in a line of work that you're very experienced in, and you're kind of, the energy that I'm feeling is almost like in between worlds. It's like you're not fully in this energy of being or doing your passion full time, but you're being called to continue to almost like have your feet in both worlds is something that I'm feeling. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. I feel like you guys are also very creative type people. And similar to pile number 2, I feel like you guys are being urged to trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. And it's interesting that it says surrender the outcome, because I feel like you guys are really creative types. You may create a lot of things, and your unconscious mind is really asking you to enjoy the process of creation, to enjoy the journey of creating things. So I'm seeing somebody almost like a child creating or like drawing a picture and showing their parent, and the parent being like, that's nice, but the child isn't getting the response that they want. So you may be creating something out of expectation or out of a feeling of, this is how I want my artwork to be received. But your spirit guides and your unconscious mind is saying that's not the process, that's not the purpose of creation. The purpose of creation is to create. And that's why I feel like you're being called to see the beauty in creating, not necessarily in how your creation will be received or how people will respond or react to the artwork or to the thing that you're putting out there, but to be more focused on what it is that you're actually creating. Really interesting. Hospitality. So I feel like you guys naturally have a strong connection to humanity is something that's coming through. So I feel like you guys could right now maybe work in a field that helps people. So it may not even be as like a therapist or like a nurse or something like this. It could be, but I feel like it's just essential to your work. So you could be a server, you could work in customer service. And these types of fields help people. They help people buy things, they help people eat, they help people, if you work at a hotel, they help people find rooms. So you're in this, it's like you're already doing something that it's almost like is a stepping stone to get you to where you are meant to be. And I feel like you're meant to be pursuing your passion full time, and I feel like that may be the end goal if you're an artist of some sort, creating as your career. Really interesting. And it's almost like you're right at the end with the number 9 here. It's like you're almost there is what keeps coming through. But I feel like your unconscious mind is really asking you to enjoy the process of creativity, enjoy the journey of creating, and keep a positive outlook, keep positive expectation that what you are creating will have meaning. And it's interesting, they're also showing me, it's like what is meant to be received will be received in the way it's meant to be. And sometimes we have no control over that. We can't control how other people perceive us. We can't control if other people like the things that we put out there. But what we can control is if we're creating from a place of joy, creating from a place of curiosity. So I feel like your unconscious mind really is asking you to surrender the outcome of whatever it is that you're creating. Phoenix. And it's interesting because it's like, your spirit guides are showing me this image of like burning something away, changing. It's almost like, I feel like you guys could be changing like your chemistry, or changing like your physical body is something that's also coming through. You could be exercising right now, working out is something that's coming through. You don't have to be, but it's like your creative energy is like a flame. And I'm also seeing somebody like, it's like a hot molten metal and they're using a hammer to shape it. And that's kind of how our passion develops over time. It's like we don't begin creating things from a place of being an expert. And it's the same with the energy of the student. It's like when the student becomes the teacher, they're not immediately a master. They have to continue to show up, continue to practice, continue to beat that hot iron until it becomes what it's meant to become. And I feel like there will be many different, this will apply to many different ways, and you will have many different ways to achieve what it is you want to achieve. It will be different for every person is what I'm really trying to say. It will depend on you. It will depend on your process of creativity. Really interesting. And I also feel like your spirit guides are trying to say what feeling you're trying to achieve, or what feeling you're trying to get, this like feeling of validation or this feeling of like acceptance from the things you create, you can give yourself that feeling. And that's why I feel like How's That for Happily Ever After is here, because it's almost like when you create something and you don't get the feeling that you expect from it, it could kind of put you maybe in like a depressive state or maybe a state of self-doubt. But you're supposed to give yourself that feeling of acceptance through the creative process. Because you have this ability to create things, I feel like your spirit guides are saying you need to accept this part of yourself. That maybe not all of your creations will be well received, but that's not the purpose of creativity, is what your spirit guides are saying. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards. Spirit guides of love and light. What is pile number 3's unconscious mind trying to tell them? I'm hearing, wait, it's not yet time, things are being woven, which is actually a card in another deck I have, the Starseed Oracle deck. But I feel like your unconscious mind is trying to tell you to be patient, is something that's coming through. Patience is the key. What is pile number 3's unconscious mind trying to tell them? What is pile number 3's unconscious mind? It's interesting because I feel like with your cards as well, it's almost like this hesitant energy that I'm feeling. This hesitancy. It's like, I feel like you're meant to be creating something. Your unconscious mind could be urging you to create something, but you may have this feeling of like hesitancy or stopping yourself because you don't know how it will be received. Your spirit guides are saying that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how your work will be received. It matters that you create the work. And we had the Artist come out for you, which is actually a special card in this deck. Yeah. I feel like you guys can have the archetype of the artist. It's like you're just meant to create, you're meant to write, you're meant to express this energy. Then we have the Queen of Wands, more creative energy, and the Queen of Wands is also the Queen of Fire. And we had the Phoenix here, which is the representation of fire. And fire is the only element that can cause other elements to change states. So fire can change liquid into gas. Fire can change solid into liquid. And fire is creative energy. Let's see. We have the Six of Pentacles. And this was kind of a message that was coming out for pile number 1 as well. It's like the idea of giving and receiving, and the Two of Pentacles also came out for pile number 1 as well. But it was your spirit guides keep calling me to explain it in the same way as pile number 1, where it's like when you give and receive, you may not receive the exact thing that you want or that your ego wants, or the exact thing that you give. So if you give, for example, a candle to somebody, they may not give you a candle back. They may give you something that's like appreciation, or they give you love, or they give you gratitude, and that feeling is equivalent in value to the candle. And that's what the law of equivalent exchange is, this idea of giving and receiving things that are of equal value. And the example that I explained in pile number 1 was like, for example, with money. Money is energy. And when you buy something with money, you don't lose the money, you gain something. So for example, if I were to buy this candle with money, I'm not losing the money, I'm gaining the candle. And I feel like for you, this has to do with gaining experience, which is really interesting. It's like when you create, you gain experience. When you put your work out there, you also gain, what's the word? It's not criticism, it's like feedback is what I'm really feeling. You gain feedback, which is also valuable. You may not be gaining money yet from the things that you're creating, but you're gaining feedback. And that feedback is something that can help you perfect and practice and keep your artwork going. Interesting. And we have the Two of Pentacles as well. And then we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, so I feel like for you, your unconscious mind is trying to tell you that you may be almost limiting yourself in creating because you're expecting something specific in return. And for you guys, I feel like it may be money, because I feel like you are wanting to turn this creative passion or this creative pursuit into a career. And we need money to survive. And so you may be feeling like because you're not receiving money, it almost is like making your mind or your unconscious mind feel like it shouldn't create. But your unconscious mind is a creative artist by nature. And so at this present moment, you're being called, your unconscious mind is trying to tell you that you are receiving valuable feedback from the things that you create. You are receiving what you're meant to receive. And when you put your creative work out there and you create from this authentic place, eventually you will receive money. But right now you're being asked to surrender and hold a positive expectation in mind that eventually, if you keep working, if you keep practicing, if you keep putting the hammer to the hot iron, you will eventually receive money. You will eventually receive what it is that you want out of this creation. See what else I'm seeing. Pile number 3. Yeah, I feel like your spirit guides are really saying it's a slow process, slow and steady. Your unconscious mind is trying to tell you that you may not take a leap from where you are to where you want to be, but the slow steps will eventually get you there. And that's what this energy of balance is all about, is like taking one step and now you're one step closer, taking another step and now you're another step closer. And also I feel like for you this has to do with maybe you want to be an influencer, or maybe you want to create content on social media or create art or something like this. And your spirit guides are saying this slow, steady, methodical approach that's taking you step by step towards your goals is more solid, is more stable, and builds a foundation for your success. So I feel like a lot of times, especially if you create content or if you want to create content, a lot of times we can tend to value, the videos that go viral, or the times whenever our videos just kind of like pop off. And that's valuable and that's amazing and beautiful in itself, but a lot of times it's unsustainable. We have to continue to build a foundation and continue to show up for ourselves every single day. Your spirit guides are saying baby steps. And I feel like right now your unconscious mind is really asking you to be patient with yourself, that everything is happening exactly as it should. Things are being woven into place, and it's all in divine timing. So we're going to go ahead and get some self-love, a self-love card for you. Something you can do to show yourself some self-love. Can we please get a self-love card for pile number 3? Okay, so we have positive affirmations. I love myself, I am brave, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am grateful, I am healthy, I am happy. Writing down positive affirmations and repeating them to yourself is something that you can do to show yourself self-love. I am good enough. The things that I create are of value. I am valuable. I accept myself for who I am. I love myself. And we're going to go ahead and get some advice and guidance from your spirit guides. And just shuffle these really quickly. Interesting, as I split the deck, we have 2 more images of the birds, and we have the nightingale again. Love is all around. And you guys got the nightingale as your current energy. Okay. Spirit guides of love and light. Can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 3? Okay. So we have card number 16, Trust in Divine Detours. And I just saw 2222 on the clock timer. And I'm going to read this card out of the book for you. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Everything is happening exactly as it should. Number 16. So it says, do you find that you are being led on a strange detour in your life right now? Does it seem that what appears to be the next right action and the right choice, best situation, or fabulous relationship unexpectedly turns into the opposite, or just disappears into thin air as if you've been tricked? Coyote Spirit's trickster energy is designed to bring you into situations to teach you lessons you have forgotten to learn. Perhaps you need a taste of failure before you experience success, a need to feel disappointment before you can truly appreciate the joy, love, and prosperity that is coming up for you. Perhaps you are revisiting a pattern you forgot wasn't in alignment with the life you are intending to co-create, being reminded that gratitude, not complacency, will keep you awake and aware of all that is available to you in this moment. Coyote Spirit reminds you to laugh about the unexpected twist, to develop humility and gratitude while releasing your attachments to the form of your desires. And that's that 6 of Pentacles right there. It says, even when you suddenly find yourself on a detour, wondering when you will get back on track to manifesting what you desire, remember that Spirit has a plan and wants the best for you. Trust in divine order now, and that's the divine guidance. Coyote Spirit is the divine helper. No matter what seems to go astray, things are exactly as they are supposed to be. And I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of our Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello. If you chose pile number 4 with the acorn, this is your reading. We are getting messages from the unconscious mind. So we're going to start by doing an energy check-in. So if the energy check-in isn't resonating, feel free to pick another pile. And then we'll get into your oracle cards and your tarot cards. And then we'll end with some self-love and some advice and guidance from Spirit or from your spirit guides. So the first thing that I was feeling when connecting with your group's energy. I was hearing the song Time of the Season by the Zombies, and it says like it's the time of the season when love runs high. And I was also feeling like this energy of magic around you, and I feel like you guys are strongly connected to the fairy realm as well, is something that I was feeling. We're gonna go ahead and look at your energy check-in. So you guys have the Advocate. Light attribute inspires you to put compassion into action. Shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. So with the Advocate here, you guys could resonate with being an INFJ. That is the archetype of the Advocate. And then we have the Hyena. Interesting. And I feel like you guys definitely are my fairy pile. A lot of times when I feel like it's my fairy pile, the Hyena card comes up. And the Hyena is kind of an energy of mischief. It's also an energy of knowing the power of humor. So you guys may actually be really funny. I feel like you guys are really good friends, is something that's coming through in your current energy. There may be a lot of people trying to reach out to you, a lot of people trying to connect with you, and you may also notice that people are laughing at your jokes more, is something that I'm also feeling. Interesting. The Hyena can also be kind of sarcastic, so you may have that in your energy at this present moment as well. I feel like you guys at this present time may help people see certain parts or certain traits of themselves. You guys have a very healing energy around you right now. And I feel like you guys also are really blunt, and you kind of just say things how you see it. Even if it may come across as sarcastic or wrong, I feel like you guys really are helpful to people in this way, because maybe not a lot of people do this. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people tend to be nice, or yes man is something that's coming through. But I feel like you guys really will tell people how you see it. Even if you may know that it may like hurt their feelings, or something like this is coming through, where you'll just tell people like, this is what you need to do. Even if people don't necessarily take your advice, I feel like that doesn't really matter. It's something that's coming through. I feel like you guys just give really advice. And you guys have a lot of green, something that's coming through. You may be really drawn to the color green right now, or nature is something that's also coming through. I'm also hearing granola girl. So you guys could resonate with being a granola girl, or liking that type of fashion where it's more like hiker or hippie, or really earthy type tones is something that's also coming through. I'm seeing like bandanas. You may be really into wearing bandanas at this time as well. Let's see what else I'm seeing. Pile number 4's current energy. Yeah, I feel like you at this present time may know a lot of things about a lot of people, but they may not know things about you, is something that's coming through. You're coming through almost like as this like shadowy energy. So I feel like people may not really know much about you, but you know a lot about people. Interesting. So that was the energy check-in. If it didn't resonate, feel free to choose another pile. We're going to go ahead and get into your oracle cards. Let's see, pile number 4. So we have card number 12, expectation. Don't seek anyone's approval. And even in this card, we have somebody connecting to the fairies. Really interesting. So you guys definitely, I feel like, are my fairy pile. I feel like you're able to see the fairy realm as something that's coming through. We have the Metal King, Discipline, Armor, Boundaries, number 37. And I just saw 5:05 on the clock timer. We have, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Interesting. I feel like you guys are naturally very helpful people. is something that's coming through. I feel like you guys do give really good advice, but I feel like it may almost like hurt you in some sort of way when people don't receive your advice or act on the things that you think they should, is something that's coming through. And I feel like this is almost like an energy of needing to have boundaries with people. You guys may tend to struggle with being codependent, is something that I'm also feeling. I feel like you guys are very sensitive as well. Don't seek anyone's approval. And I feel like you may actually be being called to be more independent at this time. Stepping away from codependence and stepping toward independence, taking care of your own needs, and your unconscious mind may be trying to tell you that you can't heal everybody, you can't help everybody. And it's interesting, on this card it says, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. So maybe the highest good for all is other people doing what's best for them and not necessarily taking your advice or guidance. Really interesting. Let's go ahead and look at your other cards. We have the Artichoke Dragon, Guarded. And we have Beauty. Dare to be tender and strongly vulnerable. So your spirit guides are really saying that it's okay to give people advice and guidance, but also, it's really interesting. It's like, don't expect people to do the things that are best for you. They may not be best for them. And also, I feel like your unconscious mind may be saying, it's like, there's almost a need here to be vulnerable with yourself, open your heart a little bit, especially with other people, is something that's coming through. Because you were coming through as this energy of being almost like shadowy or unseen. If you're wanting to connect with other people, it's just as valuable not only to listen to what they're saying, but also to share what you're feeling, is something that's coming through. Don't seek anyone's approval. And I feel like that, like being vulnerable and not seeking anyone's approval go hand in hand. It's like feeling, I feel like your unconscious mind may be urging you to feel like it's okay to share what's on your heart, to share how you feel, but don't expect other people to receive it in a certain way. To just share to share is something that's coming through. I feel like it's interesting with both of these cards, the boundaries and guarded coming up. I feel like you guys may have, it's like such strong boundaries, such strong guard that it's hard to let other people in, is something that's coming through. It's like we kind of have to find a balance between these energies, right? We can't just be completely open where other people walk all over us, but we can't be completely closed where we don't even let anybody in or don't even let anybody see who we are. Really interesting. I feel like being strongly vulnerable is something that your unconscious mind is trying to tell you, that it's okay to be vulnerable. There's beauty in being vulnerable. There's beauty in opening your heart and telling other people how you really feel about things. And I also feel this strong energy that your unconscious mind may be urging you to reach out to other people and not just expect other people to come to you, but also that you have to meet them halfway. If you're trying to build a connection with somebody, you have to reach out to them as well. You can't just expect them to always be reaching out to you. This could be in a relationship. This could also be friendships. Let's see what else I'm seeing. Beauty. I feel like you guys have this really good ability to see beauty in other people, but I feel like your unconscious mind is asking you to see the beauty in yourself as well. You are beautiful. You are valuable. You are an amazing person, amazing human as well. Your spirit guides are saying perfectly imperfect. So you may be kind of judgmental or critical towards yourself. I feel like your unconscious mind is asking you to release this energy, to let go of this feeling that you're not good enough, is something that's also coming through. You guys may have, I was mentioning the granola girl energy, but you guys may actually have just a very unique or eccentric sense of style as well with this person here wearing the, like, with the bleached, like, shaved head. I feel like you guys just kind of march to the beat of your own drum. You guys may actually have a pixie cut as well as something that I'm feeling, or shorter hair. And I feel like you guys are also, I'm seeing the image of the rose, like you guys come across as the rose. It's like so beautiful. People want to understand you. People want to know your thoughts, your feelings, but the rose has the thorns on it. So it's like you can't really grasp it. I feel like you guys could actually be having a lot of dreams about other people in your life. A lot of people around you in your dreams is something that I'm seeing. What is pile number 4's unconscious mind trying to tell them? Yeah, I just feel such the strong energy of that you are unique. You may be different, but you're also the same as other people. And so it's okay to share the vulnerabilities, to share how you really feel about certain things. To let people in, I feel like, is something that your unconscious mind is trying to tell you. To let yourself be seen. To open up your heart. Really interesting. I feel like you guys could be INFJs, or INFP is something that I'm also feeling. We're going to go ahead and look at your tarot cards. And also, I was feeling this energy that you may, something that's coming through is you may not open up to other people out of fear that these people will eventually leave your life. But your spirit guides are saying everybody is on a journey. And just because we know or we feel like these people won't be in our life for very long doesn't mean there's not value in building relationship and connecting with people. Really interesting. So you may have actually, I'm feeling like you could have had a really like prominent person in your life that may no longer be there. Is something that's coming through, and your unconscious mind is asking you to release this energy of fear of abandonment is something that's coming through, or fear of loss. Let's go ahead and look at your tarot cards. Spirit guides of love and light. What is pile number 4's unconscious mind trying to tell them? So I will say we had the 7 of Swords flip out, and this is the energy of self-sabotage. So I feel like you guys may tend to do this, and your unconscious mind is trying to tell you that you are sabotaging relationships, or you are just like self-sabotage, not allowing yourself to be seen because you may have these ideas or these thoughts that these people are just going to leave my life anyway, or nobody really is ever going to understand me. I feel like your unconscious mind is asking you to release these limiting ideas, these limiting beliefs. Spirit guides of love and light, what is pile number 4's unconscious mind trying to tell them? What is pile number 4's unconscious mind trying to tell them? Actually seeing both of these cards and this one. Okay, so we had the King of Swords. Yeah. So you may actually be too guarded, too protective, overprotective of your own energy. Not letting people in out of fear of being hurt. I feel like your unconscious mind is asking you to release this energy. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, and with the 10 of Pentacles here, Your spirit guides are saying, what if it did work out though? What if the people that you push away or the people that you are afraid of connecting with are amazing and beautiful and they see you for who you really are? What if everything works out in your favor? What if the beauty that you see in others, other people see in you, and it's amazing and beautiful, and there's sparks flying, and connection, and laughter, and joy? I feel like you guys may have almost like this feeling of like mistrust in others is something that's coming through as well. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. We have two tens, so you could be seeing 10-10. What is pile number 4's unconscious mind trying to tell them? We have a lot of sword energy here. So you guys maybe have a very overactive mind. I feel like your mind actually may be seeing things in like a worst case scenario type energy. I feel like your unconscious mind is asking you to release this. It's like we don't know. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know how other people are going to react when we share ourselves with them. We don't know how other people are going to react when we show them who we truly are. We just have to trust that those who are meant to be in our life will be. Queen of Wands. I feel like your spirit guides, your unconscious mind is trying to tell you to reclaim your power. I'm feeling this like almost like giving away power of choice is something that's also coming through. You can choose who you want to be around. If you get good vibes from somebody, it's okay to trust that, to trust your intuition, to allow those people in. You don't have to let everybody in. And that's kind of what I was saying with that balance. It's like not becoming a doormat, but also not completely having your guard up where nobody can even come in and see you. Remaining strong in your own energy and your own essence, but also soft and malleable and flexible. You guys, I feel like are really strongly connected to nature as well because I'm seeing the energy of the tree. I think it's the willow tree, how it can, it's strong and steady, but it also bends with the wind. And a lot of animals here in your cards as well. We have the bird, the cat, and the dog. So you guys definitely are very connected to the animal kingdom as well. What is pile number 4's unconscious mind trying to tell them? I feel like your unconscious mind is trying to get you to maybe witness these thoughts and let them go. Because you do have a very powerful mind. Your mind, the thoughts that come up, do not have to shape your reality. And your spirit guides are drawing me to tell you, it's like, they're wanting me, it's like when you hold your hand, you can think, I want my hand to open. I want my hand to open. I want my hand to open, and it won't. But if you think, I want my hand to open, and you open it, you have that power. You still have that power. The power is within you. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah. You can be whoever you want to be, but I feel like your unconscious mind is really urging you to, it's almost like release this energy of pessimism, release this energy of self-sabotage so that you can be in this lighter energy of joy and play and fun and humor and laughter and beauty. See if I'm seeing anything else. Yeah, you guys are really powerful. Like, you guys are a powerhouse. I feel like a lot of people respect you. And this may have been something that you've had to build up over time. In your earlier years, you may have had people walk over you, and that's why your boundaries are so strong. But your spirit guides are saying it's different. Things are different now. Let's go ahead and get your self-love self-care, self-love. Can we please get one card of self-care, self-love for pile number 4? Oh, so you guys actually got 2 cards. Okay, and I cannot show this image, but we have pleasure coming up. Here, I'll flip it that way. These are both upright, and then we have drink tea. So for your self-care, your spirit guides are asking you, your unconscious mind is telling you to do things that allow you to feel this sense of pleasure. Whether that's hanging out with friends, whether that's going to some festival, whether that's listening to music, dancing, doing things that make you feel good is what's really important for you right now. And allowing yourself to feel good. Allowing yourself to laugh and play and have fun and be joyful. Because you guys are so connected to the fairy realm, I feel like this is already inherent in your energy. You just have to release what's holding you down so that you can, like, raise your frequency. We're going to get some advice and guidance for you. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 4? Okay, we'll take the top one, but I'll show you the bottom one as well. So it says, skunk spirit, know your worth. And then you had spider spirit, make your dreams real, with number 56. And we're actually going to read this card out of the book. Really interesting. As I opened the book, the skunk spirit card flipped out. Or the skunk spirit card opened. So I want to read the skunk spirit card for you as well. This wasn't like this for the other piles. They all only got 1, but you guys are actually going to get 2. And I'm going to read both of them out of the book for you. So the skunk spirit, what do you value? What do you believe in? Is your best, most authentic self on display? Skunk spirit comes as a reminder that you can be proud of who you are and what you have accomplished. Know your worth. Not everyone will agree with you or share your values, but you can walk with your head high, knowing that when you express your integrity, others can feel your authenticity and will be inspired by it. Be who you are, and if your reputation precedes you, good. You have much to be proud of, and skunk spirit wants you to be your best self, the true you. Okay, and then we had spider spirit, number 56. So the spider spirit card says, weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention, and then spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. Take but a single step to make your dream a reality, and spirit will take 10 toward you, for the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. Spider spirit arrives when you need reminding of the awesome power of co-creation with spirit. Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of senses where they take form. The action you need to take is to be clear about your intentions and then act as if you have become the one that lives the life you desire. The web of creation has an uncanny way of coming together to weave the beautiful pattern you set in motion. Another message of spider spirit is about any creative project you may be considering: writing, painting, music, journaling, gardening, etc. Now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled through you as something creative, even artistic and tangible. Creative projects are successful now. If you are so inclined, let yourself be open to abundance. Yeah. So that's all I have for you, pile number 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of our Sailor family as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye.